But I had to discover so much about who I am and so much about the tasks and the responsibilities that our husband had before him. And everybody says this crap about, well, you know, he did it. He should be able to figure it out, fix it. If life was so easy. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's Fatimah, Coach Fatimah, 1/3 of Outstanding Personal Relationships and co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. Now, in this video, guys, I want to talk about an extremely important topic. I know I say this all the time, but all of them are important because somebody somewhere is dealing with the heartache that surrounds many of these topics. Now, with this one in particular, it's how to not cancel your husband after he marries again. I don't like to say takes another wife because he's not taking anybody anywhere, honey. That's two people that decided to get married is what it is. Now, with that, and I don't want to diminish the power of polygyny and the value of marriage by saying, by dismissing the fact that your husband can marry again. If he chooses to, he can. I'm a practicing Muslim. I say that often, and I mean it every time. Now, with that, let's get on over here to this cancel culture. Cancel culture is something new. I believe that it's a culture within itself, and you got to decide if you're going to buy into it or not. Now, in marriage, it's not so easy to just dump someone out of your heart and out of your life. So when you decide to become or to divorce, it is an extremely important decision, just as marriage is. And those of us that are Muslim, we know that Allah allows the divorce or the marriage, and he also allows divorce. With that being said, we can't be just tossing it around like it's nothing, because it is something very powerful. And it is indeed what we invest in it, what we make it as couples. And we talk about minding your marriage. I'm not saying get yourself in the business that doesn't concern you. I'm talking about the marriage that you're in. Now, we're not going to like everything that our spouses do. They're not going to like everything that we do. But it's about coming together with those that are trying to make things better. One thing I learned after Coach Nazir married again is that my marriage was not going to be just as it was before. And then I discovered that it was never meant to be just as it was before. It was meant to be better than that. And I found growth after he married again, because I had to really refocus and redirect my attention on what I wanted to do with myself and my life and my relationship with Allah. I had to decide what I wanted that to look like. And part of me being redirected is not having him around so much as that I can focus on him or my children. My children, the majority of them are grown. So I don't have them in my house and up under me all the time as a mother would if she had babies or infants or toddlers. I don't have that. That time for me has passed, and I celebrate the fact that it has. But I remember full well what it was like to be a mother and have little ones running about all the time, and a husband that needed me, and I needed him just the same. My aunt, the year that our husband entered in polygyny, my aunt said to me, she said, you got to figure out if you'll be able to do this long term. That didn't mean, are you going to be willing to tolerate this? That meant, are you going to be able to do the work? And she was a very powerful woman, and she was a very humble woman, and she knew the ugly side of me. I was very close to my aunt. She was Coach Nazir's through marriage, but we had such a close bond, she and I. We just did, because we were both married into this Caribbean family, and we just found peace with one another. But she said that to me, and it's very powerful, because it said something to me, about my situation. You either in or you're out, and it's not always that black and white. But when someone is trying, when your spouse is trying to do the best that they can, whether that is the husband, whether that is the wife, it is different levels of trying. It is different levels of investment. It is, because I would never wish to be the husband that is responsible for the hearts of so many. That would be difficult for me. Now, maybe not for someone else, but the way I am, that would be difficult for me. But I had to discover so much about who I am and so much about the tasks and the responsibilities that our husband had before him. And everybody says this crap about, well, he did it. He should be able to figure it out, fix it. If life was so easy. Because doing a thing and wanting to do it and having a desire to think about the idea of polygyny, practice polygyny, be consistent with polygyny is a whole nother discussion. It's a whole nother lifestyle. You can love it all you want. You can practice it, not practice it, play with it. It's nothing to be played with, but some people come and play. And it's not something that you come and play in, just like monogamous marriage is not something that you come and play in. So when I see kings try and queens try so hard, and then they've exhausted every effort and it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I can work with the willing. That's one thing I know how to do, because I've had to teach myself to do that and be accepting of the fact that people make mistakes, and prayerfully they learn from them, and they are willing to learn from those mistakes and not just burn up all the bridges, because remember, you don't know when you have to cross back over them, right? And they're out there trying, and they're hitting the pavement, and they're discovering and learning and growing and investing in what they need to do, and that knowledge of practicing polygyny and doing the right things and having those best practices for best results. And sometimes they need help. So, and that's okay. I know I did. And I'm so glad I had such an awesome support system, but they could only do so much with me, and I wanted to win. I want our family to win. I always want us to win. All of us. That's all of us. So, it's deciding not to become a participant in that cancel your husband culture, and really look at what things he's doing that are going right. What is going right in your life? What's working in your life? And instead of what's not working, because when we focus on that all the time, we give it a lot of power, but that doesn't mean you just lay around, loaf around, not do the work. You have to do the work for anything to be successful. It's not just going to fall in your lap. Good marriages, successful marriages do not fall in your lap. They're worth fighting and working on and working for. Now, I just wanted to put that out there because that question has been brought to me, and I've heard it so many times before, and I've thought about it so many times myself, how to be supportive when everyone else is trying, when my husband's trying. How do I be supportive? How can he support me and what I need? And, just fostering a really healthy relationship together. It starts by saying, look, this person is trying. They're going to figure it out. I'm going to help them. They're going to help me. And it's just being a team player and really understanding what it looks like to see someone, even though they're struggling. You see them try, and we celebrate that. And maybe that trial turned into a triumph, prayerfully. Now, with that, you guys, I hope you got a lot of gems. Like I always say, I hope you got something from this video. And I want to make sure you guys are following us on our social media. So on IG, we're Outstanding Relationships. And on Facebook and YouTube, we're Outstanding Personal Relationships. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. And for those of you that are new, I'm Coach Fatimah, initial wife of Coach Nazir, and shout out to him and my awesome co-wife, Coach Nyla. I got to shout them out, y'all. That's what I do, and what are they going to do with me? But laugh and give me love. But anywho, I will see you guys in the next one. I'm going to leave you with a little GLC like I always do, like we always do. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day, and don't cancel each other just at the first sight of trouble, okay? Make sure you work with the willing and try. I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.